So today I'm going to show you how to do something a bit unusual with aubergine. We're going to make an aubergine tart, and when you make tarts you often think pastry or puff pastry or filo pastry or things like that, but our base of our tart today is going to be aubergines, char-grilled aubergines, and we're going to fill it with lots of different things. So here we've got some, this is your aubergine. What I've done is I've sliced my aubergines lengthways, okay? So you want to get nice long strips. We've got some button mushrooms here. You can see there, and my tomatoes are falling off, but anyway. We've got some cherry tomatoes and some Pac Choi and some Parma ham, and we're going to use some Parmesan cheese as well. Okay, so to start off, what I've done here, I've got my button mushrooms, I've sautéed them off, and I've got half a tin of chopped tomatoes and half a teaspoon of garlic in there. Okay, so this is going to form the basis of what you're going to fill your tart with. And you want to reduce that right down to form a nice sauce for this, okay? So we're going to let that boil away, get that up in a really nice high heat, and give that just a few minutes. And then with your aubergines, what we've done is we sliced them lengthways, as I said, so you want to go down the way, and this is what you're going to end up with. So you've got these lovely strips of aubergine, and what I've done with them, all I've done with them is just slice them, heat it up a Chargrilled pan really, really hot, and just put them straight on, no oil, no nothing. And Chargrill them on a really high heat, and then lay them into this little tin. Okay, so that's going to form the basis of your tart. So here we've got, as well, also get your grill on really high. So I've got my grill on here. So in there we've got the button mushrooms, we've got tomatoes and garlic. What we're going to do is add some fresh cherry tomatoes in there and some Pac Choi, okay? And the Pac Choi is going to give you a really nice bit of colour, and as well the end bits of Pac Choi are really crunchy, so they'll give you a really nice bit of texture. Okay, so mix that all up really, really well. Okay, and this is really quick because you want to keep the texture. You don't want the cherry tomatoes to lose their bit of texture. Same with the Pac Choi. Okay, so that's why I've put them in right at the very end. You're also going to use some basil. So here, just in here, I've chopped up about 7 leaves of basil, okay? So put that in there too. And what you want is a nice pinch of salt. Because remember, with tinned tomatoes, the flavour of them is quite bland, so you want to use lots of salt to marry all these flavours together and to highlight the garlic in there as well. Okay? So that is pretty much the filling for your tart done. So there you'll see you've got loads of lovely colour. When you do this, you'll really smell the basil and the garlic. It's so gorgeous. So you can turn that off the heat now. And what you're going to do is just fill up your little tart case, okay? And the reason that I haven't put any oil on the aubergines when I char-grill them is because you want to keep them nice and dry, because you're putting this liquid into them, this liquid mixture. Okay? So fill that up, and you'll see you've just got this really lovely filling in there, all lots of lovely colours. And then what you want to do is get some Parmesan cheese. So we've got some grated Parmesan in the fridge this week, okay? And you just want to sprinkle that all on top. Be really nice and generous, okay? So that all goes on there. And then what you're going to do is you want to pop that underneath a grill just until the Parmesan melts, okay? And it's just kind of form a little bit of a crust. And what you're going to do is, okay, so you've done that. So say that needs to stay under there for about 2 minutes for all of your Parmesan to melt. And if you do this all together, you'll keep the heat going in there. So the heat from the mixture on top will heat up the aubergines, but leave it in long enough for it to be heated all the way through. And then to finish it off, all you're going to do is get some slices of Parmesan and lay that on top. Okay? And that's it. That's your dish ready to go. So simple. The most time you'll spend is over the aubergines. They just take 2 or 3 minutes to char grill, and then you're done. And this is really good. It will keep really well overnight, and it's enough to feed 2, but it's enough to feed one really, really hungry person. And I'm really hungry, so I'm going to eat all this. But yeah, it's a really unusual way to do things and to use your aubergine. And use any kind of tin that you can. Any tin that you can find will do absolutely fine. If you have a little loaf tin, whatever, improvise. If you don't have one of these, just try and find something and try this. I promise you it's really, really good.